And first time saying this in 2 weeks, we are live. Pull Up a Chair, episode 13.
What to do, though?
Sleepless Radio, episode 117 coming tomorrow, but this is Pull Up a Chair. So, on that note, it is...
Special guest on the side.
We do.
She ain't know she was in the camera for range.
Wifey didn't want to quite pull up a chair, but she's on the side.
Now we know we have a special guest appearance.
And we have my co-host, Super Fried Snooker, from the top row, off the top. Good God Almighty, he's been broken in half. So,
What did you do?
And it is your host, El Tuger Tente, the ultimate motherfucking sensei, the one who, of course, taught Bruce Lee everything he motherfucking knows, a.k.a. Space Mountain Stoney, a.k.a. Young Dumbledore the Lyrical Wizard, a.k.a. Bed Burgundy, why? Because they sleep on your motherfucking boy, a.k.a. Mr. Keep the Love High and the Hate Low. Call me anything you will or want, just don't call me broke or sad. That's a demand. How's everybody doing? Pull Up a Chair, episode 13.
We chillin'.
So, how's everybody
wacky
feeling?
tobacco.
Yes.
All right, you two. Jeez.
How's everybody feeling? How you feeling, babe? You didn't want to be on camera?
She didn't know she was. She did not know that camera angle.
I snuck it on you.
Are you kidding me?
She did not know she was in the range of the camera, but it found her.
How are you feeling? Tell them about your day. Went to your niece and nephew.
Yeah, we had a birthday party for a 30-year-old. It was great. Halloween, a bunch of kids. Like by like 20.
They had a whole mob
running around. But they did have wine and like four, you would have loved it. 4 beers on tap, just go up to the bartender. Hi, how you doing? Could have paid for some vodkas.
Damn, sounds like I would have been drunk by 2.
Yeah, I had about. I asked my dad if they were gonna judge me for how many wine glasses I went up and got. And he said nope. And I said okay. So I went up and I said, "Can I get some sangria? I heard this is the place to get it." And she said it is. How many did you need? I said, I was getting it for 3. It was all for me.
Hell yeah. Everything's all good in my world. New music coming soon.
Small one.
Pull Up a Chair, episode 13. Got Sleepless Radio, episode 117 coming tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
So got a lot of things coming. Got some content coming to YouTube channel as well, live from the home studio.
No,
but speaking of music, let's get right into it. So, I know we don't talk about numbers too much on this show, but...
Hey, real quick, though. Sasquatch socks.
That's pretty lit.
Yeah.
Reptars.
Oh, I'm jealous. He one-upped me. Damn, Tommy Pickles. Tommy Pickles got me from the top. Damn, bro. I thought I came in with the fire Sasquatch,
You do.
Bro.
They're both fire.
Oh, they are, but damn, he got me on that one. All right, keep going. My fault.
You're all good. So, Lil Baby,
I'm coming with heat.
I thought did a big surprise. So, a lot of sites had him projected to do somewhere around the range of 95 to 100K.
Uh-huh.
He shattered that. He did 213K first week.
I mean,
that was more than Kendrick, bro.
But
First week.
Lil Baby's the future of this generation.
He is at the forefront. Like, he's definitely like the biggest
Maybe not
star.
even like the future or 2 chains of this generation. Like, where everybody in the street, hood, everybody, no matter what, is turning it on at least once.
Yeah, white kids in middle school are like, oh, Lil Baby.
Like, yeah, and like they're doing it just to be like cool. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing,
And the music's good.
Right, exactly. Like, but like even like so at least you're getting one listen from everybody, no matter what.
You're hitting like a lot of demos right there.
Off.
Yeah. And he can actually rap. That's refreshing.
And don't forget, he was just in all the Call of Duty advertisements and commercials.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's gonna kind of boost your numbers a little bit.
Well, in almost any gaming video I watch anymore, when I do see him, he does play in the background. Like they do, like that.
No, I was just saying, like those commercials, like got him views on his music. Like people were like, "Oh, who is that? Oh, Lil Baby. Oh shit, he just dropped a new album. Bet."
And then they check it out and they're like, "Oh shit,
right?
There's like a lot of heat on here." I mean, granted, I'm not gonna put it with one of my favorite albums of the year.
I mean, yeah,
but I thought it was really enjoyable, though. I thought it was good. I thought, again, the thing with him that I think is refreshing is it's like, oh wow,
I mean,
You can actually rap really well too.
yes, yeah, I agree with that.
Wow.
I mean, I liked it. Nothing right now for my ears is topping Jeezy's. So I've literally had Jeezy's album on repeat.
Well, let's get right into that then. New Jeezy album.
It's literally, I've literally had it on repeat. Like it's
Snowfall. Do you think it's called?
Yeah. It's him.
Which shout out DJ Drama for bringing the Gangsta Grills back.
Yeah, and
that was a terrible impression. But
I'm about to go. Who was it? I have 151 streams of the album.
Oh wow! So you've really been riding with it.
Like,
favorite song on it?
Ooh. I'm a big Lil Durk fan, big King Von fan. So love. Hold on, I'm pulling up.
I'm grabbing the phone too. We need reference points.
Most hated. I like that. Street cred. But my favorite probably on them is either Colors, Plug on them, and I Ain't Gonna Hold You.
Let's see what I got here. I got Street Cred and Scarface.
Okay.
Those are my two favorites.
Yeah.
I really like Street Cred, but then I thought Scarface was good too.
He has a bar on Colors. It's a watch bar. And as soon as I heard, I was like, oh, I'm a watch guy. And I was like, yeah, I like that one. So as soon as I heard that bar, I was like, oh, I fuck with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's cool to see like him and Drama linking up again. And
20 years they've been doing it.
20
years.
Thought the beats were hard as shit too.
And I forget, what is it called?
Drama's
Grammy.
been a busy man.
Yeah, he was like, don't call me Gangster Girls anymore, call me Gangster Grammy. And I was like, damn, okay, yeah. He wants that.
Oh yeah, because he got that with Tyler. That's who brought him back with "Call Me If You Get Lost." DJ Drama even said on the Rory and Mal pod that when Tyler was like, "No, like let's do the tape," he's like, "Oh, I thought he was just blowing smoke."
Right.
And then like Tyler came to the studio and was like, "No, like,
we
I
really
got this, and that. Like,
we're doing.
Let's do it." So yeah, thought the new Jeezy album was great. Another new record that dropped last week that we didn't get to cover. New Soul single. With Zachariah, Do Better.
Yeah, I mean, it's Soul.
Well, you got Soul coming up against Action Bronson, for those that don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now that Do Better and Moon Shooting, oh my God, those both are like, I feel like could easily both be played. Like,
both easily could.
Records.
I might just play one of his albums through.
Control System?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would be mad.
Like,
you do that, and I play Mr. Wonderful.
I was gonna say, if you line up like top hit, I mean, it's gonna be a good battle. But I was like, I could just play the whole album.
What'd you think of the new Soul song? What did you think of Do Better?
I
like it more than Moon Shooter, less?
I think it shows more him. Do you want this one?
No.
Like more in depth.
Yeah, where Moon Shooter, I felt
was kind of like having fun.
Yeah. I'm not saying he was like riding a trend with that song like Moon Shooter, but it like could be used in a movie, like a Fortnite game. You could sample it and use it for an advertisement.
Where Do Better is like him talking that shit.
Yeah,
the Mac reference too, where he said, "I'm playing faces and it's fucking with me." Doing drugs
like
is just
the
a
lyricism,
boredom, but it was
like
sure
the
to
lyricism's back, like in full.
So that leads me to my next question that involves Absol. So now with Kendrick gone and him doing PG Lang with Baby Keem, who's the front runner for TDE? I would assume here it would be.
It had to be so.
See, I don't know. Like what I mean by like who's leading the pack?
I mean, who's dropped?
Well, that's where it gets tricky because obviously none of them really drop a lot.
But that's the thing with TDE is.
I would almost wonder would it be Q, but it could also be SZA.
But that's the thing with like them as a like TDE as a brand, like they don't push, like they don't force their artists to push out music. So
no,
like
they give them like the whenever.
So like it's not like, oh, who's gonna carry the weight? It's like, nah, Kendrick put 50 M's up in the bank, so like y'all could take 6 years. Like,
And take your time.
yeah, we have.
I mean, I think hit
like,
wise,
but you know what I mean.
hit
Like,
wise, they lean on SZA and Q. I think that's fair to say.
Well, but like, I think hit wise, they lean on whoever's ready to put out a hit. Is what I'm more like saying. Is like, oh, okay, SZA, you got one. All right. Do you think you're in album mode right now, and we should save this for a month or two, or are you in EP mode? Like what? Like, you know what I mean? They get the vibe, and they're like, oh no, I just have this one, and it's not going on my next album. Okay, then we'll drop it as a single. Cool. Oh, absolutely. You're about to come out with an album, and you want to drop 2 teasers. Perfect. But I think they're
Which
the
I
only,
feel like these are singles for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like and they're like one of the only like labels that could do that. Like,
I mean, yeah, J-Rock.
like, okay, besides Cole, I feel like those are the 2 labels. Cole
Dreamville and TDE.
Yeah, Cole and Kendrick both just put up, like, I'm not saying this is a random number, but 50 M's just to be like, hey, our artists are not rushed. This is all the money they need for the next 25 years. Like, our label is fine on bills.
So, we will tackle now the new weeks of music with this. So, to pivot using TDE, we'll just start here. SZA dropped a new single, Shirt, with music video with it. I've heard it. I've heard it a couple times, actually. I saw the music video.
I have not heard it yet.
I definitely think she's also like one that seems to be gearing up for an album probably after Soul. Like, this seemed like the first official single, especially with the music video.
But we don't like.
They also got Lake Keith Stanfield.
But we feel like that's how it's gonna go. And with this album, like this label though, like Absol could drop this year, and then SZA drops another single next year, then drops the year after that though.
Like, just to kind of like, hey, like, this is a banger that needs to come out now. Like,
exactly. Like, this shit's hot. Let's go.
Which it is. I think that was a great song. Another new record, obviously, that came out. The Bad Girl's back. Riri.
I didn't hear.
The Lift Me Up single off of Black Panther soundtrack. It's actually, I will say, like, just the way she comes in.
If it's in the trailer for Black Panther, I heard it. Or heard snippets of it, at least.
Bet. It's fucking awesome. I mean, she's definitely still got that powerful voice. She'll be going against Nicki Minaj at some point on Sleepless Radio. What'd you think of the new Rihanna single? You didn't like it?
No.
Wifey didn't like it.
Uh-oh!
Tough critic.
How do you guys feel about her being a Super Bowl, though?
The Super Bowl halftime?
I love it a lot more than Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
As long as she plays the
As long as I get Umbrella.
The what?
As long as I get Umbrella. Ella.
Joke's on all of us. She's just going to come out and do Ponda Replay 3 times in day.
I just want to see her dance in the rain. I ain't going to lie.
She's going to play Ponderosa.
Come on, Mr. DJ, come Ponda Replay.
Hey, I won't be mad. Do what you got. She's going to kill it. She's going to kill it. But I did not hear the new single.
Definitely a banger. Excited to see if we're ever going to get an album again. Who we can get no album. It was all we can do to get a record. Let's not push ourselves.
She just got NFL bread. You think she putting out an album?
She said Black Panther threw the bag. I guess I'll make one record real quick. Fenty's going off the shelf. I'm not making no fucking album.
I got a kid. I'm not doing. No, my kid will make an album before she does.
Kid will make it album before her or Rocky do at this rate.
Yeah.
Come back ASAP. Let's see. Macklemore dropped a single. I really enjoyed it, featuring NLE Choppa.
I'll check it out.
I definitely think this is when Macklemore is like at his best, where it's not like him trying to necessarily make pop music and it's him just rapping.
Okay.
I think that was kind of refreshing.
So that's like, because that deterred me away from Macklemore.
The greatest female artist of all time, Ice Spice, dropped Bikini Bottom.
I can leave now. And I'll show myself out.
Yeah, Ice Spice dropped Bikini Bottom. The beat literally sounds like something made in Bikini Bottom.
Oh. Well.
Shout out Ice Spice. She should be the Super Bowl halftime performance.
No.
No? Give me Munch, give me Bikini Bottom, and then give me like a dubstep version of Munch.
I'd rather have Oscar Gonzalez from the Guardians, go out at halftime and sing the SpongeBob theme song.
I'd like to see at halftime a bunch of condiments play a football game. Like, you know how they have that, like, where they run the bases?
They used to do some shit
I'd like to see, like, mustard versus ketchup.
They used to have a mascot game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mustard versus ketchup? Yeah. I'm about it. Maybe, like, the wrestler dressed in, like, mayonnaise?
No, I need. Because they'd probably do tackle, and I'm not trying to see no tackle.
You're not trying to see a bunch of mascots?
No, sorry. They're probably going to do flag, and I'm not trying to see flag. I want to see tackle. Yeah.
You got to see them annihilate each other.
Yeah. I ain't trying to see no.
Do you see that mustard annihilate ketchup?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He flattened him onto like a hamburger.
Let's see, single wise. I think we might be almost done.
Gravy.
Oh, wait, no, we got something here. We got Wiz Khalifa dropped the Multiverse Deluxe and just won your song Funkin'. You didn't like the new Wiz?
I didn't listen to it.
Did you hear the undeluxe version?
No, I didn't listen to it.
Interesting.
I really like.
Not a lot of records on it necessarily jumped out to me, but there's definitely some strong ones. Like when we saw him live, he performed a couple.
I feel like Wiz rubbed me the wrong way a month or two back. Like on social media, he was just like, not like. I mean, I forget what the situation was, but like he was sending shots like that weren't like. I mean, granted, he gets shots thrown at him. Well, I forget, but it was just like he was talking about something like a reporter or something. Like I think he was like leaving the gym or something, and like he was in his boxers or something, and like someone like recorded him coming out of the gym or something. Like I forget how he went about it, but it's like if you're that mad, like hey, wear some shorts when you're walking out the gym.
Yeah.
Or
there's a chance you're about to be filmed.
Or you gotta own it. Like you just gotta like.
Which does suck though in the first place that paparazzi even do that.
And that's what I mean. Like, okay, he was throwing shots, but like, you gotta retrospect. He gets shots thrown constantly. But it's like when you're that mainstream, like, felt like he could have handled it better. And I was just like, was it needed?
Like he kind of went at the guy a little bit too hot.
Like not even, yeah, like uncharacteristically. For Wiz, to where I was like, damn, bro. Like
he had that thing with the DJ too, not too long ago.
Oh, would turn that shit off or something. Like,
he said, "Turn my shit up."
Yeah, and the
play
DJ, my shit.
And the DJ like was like, "Nah, like I got like a set."
Yeah,
and Wiz got mad and threw a drink in his face.
I think it was around the same time with that as well. Cause like it was like I was just like that's like not characteristically of like who you portray Wiz. You know what I mean? Like. Happy-go-lucky, like
yeah, damn, must have dropped the joints when he was.
That's what I mean. Like, you need a puff pass. Like, what's good?
So Freddie Gibbs dropped the deluxe, which he did the thing where the previous singles that didn't go on the album he put on there, but then he also put a new record on there, Ice Cream featuring Rick Ross, and I love those two together. Alchemist produced.
Oh,
the beat's fucking fire.
Yeah.
It's lit. Rick Ross has a crazy verse on that shit too.
I'll have to check that one out for sure.
And now we get into albums. Baby Keem, he dropped the Melodic Blue Deluxe. Did the same thing, but however, he did drop more new ones than just one. So he put out A Life of Pain, Kill Streaks, Naked Freestyle, Highway 95, and Bank Account featuring Lil Uzi. And Kill Streaks is featuring Don Toliver.
Huh. Okay.
And I really like the Naked Freestyle, and I really like Life of Pain, and I thought Bank Account was catchy.
I've been stuck on Jeezy, so I haven't really checked out much else.
Well, I think yesterday, I'll say, was the best music drop night of the year. Like, it blows my mind how much shit came out. Now this is just full albums. Division dropped a new album. OVO brand, or on the OVO label. Can't tell me R&B is dead when you got a group like this still going strong. They even got Jagged Edge on there, and that record is fucking lit. So, Working on My Karma by Division, I highly recommend. I don't even like the way the cover art.
Yeah, that's dope.
Then we got Cutthroat Bill, Volume 1, Kodak Black's album. We got, which I gotta say too, I was actually kind of shocked that this one seemed to be the album that was getting like a lot of the talk this weekend. And I think so far, I mean, not one of my favorite Kodak albums, but as a big Kodak fan, I think it's still cool to get 19 songs from him. And I would say my standout tracks on there were, I'd go with 300 Blackout, Slay Like Santa, and Silencer.
I did do that one.
Slay Like Santa?
Yeah.
Slay Like Santa's a banger. But my favorite drop of the day, Love for Rent. Now, this album, I very much highly recommend, by Smino. And I think his flow is just fucking incredible. You fuck with him at all?
No.
He has a record on there with J. Cole called 90 Proof. Probably start with that one.
Okay.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
Old Ass Kendrick is hilarious. Pudgy with Lil Uzi Vert. That's a banger. Mode in a Minute with Lucky Day and Phoenix. That's a banger. Oh, Matinee. That was one of the singles on the album. The single was 90 Proof with J. Cole, and the other one was Matinee. And then he has TDE's Doechii on there with Fat Man Scoop on Pro Freak. But I highly recommend the Smino album. His lyricism's incredible. He's a great stoner from Chicago.
He knows how to smoke. I'm good.
Babe. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely give that one a look. That one I highly most recommend to you.
Okay.
That I actually think you'd really fuck with. We got Young Gravy album, Marvelous. I know she likes Young Gravy a lot. Did you get to hear any of it yet? Besides just what I played?
No.
Well, I think so far Dancing in the Rain and C'est La Vie jump out to me the most on there. He's dating somebody's mom, and I'm trying to think of who it is.
He took her at least to like an award show or something.
Yeah. I forget who that was, though. However, though, he's one of those guys where some of these features are just mind-blowing. Like, here he has BBNW cash sign. I don't know who the fuck that is. Then there's Ishdar. Then there's Rich Chigga and BBNO. Then there's Trippy the Kid. And then there's T-Pain and Dylan Francis.
A random ass T-Pain.
Yeah.
That just came out of left field.
Him and T-Pain kind of rock that shit, too. Duke Deuce dropped an album.
Oh, yeah.
You fuck with Duke Deuce?
Can't say I do.
He kind of looks like a bigger Terrio. If you remember little Terrio.
God damn. That nigga needed that bro. That boy needed to lose some weight then. What's his name? Deuce.
Duke Deuce.
Duke Deuce. If you look like a bigger Terrio, I'm sorry, bro.
You didn't want to stay for the Padres?
I have to go.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, but I did like one record off of there for when I gave it a run
Like,
through. What's my
where?
name? But I will say one thing with Duke Deuce. Even though the music, like what he's saying's not really like that cool, I will say that the beat does bail him out.
oh,
Like,
I don't
and like
give a
when he just
fuck.
starts ad-libbing on the beat though, like he's like,
so he's garbage.
That's just fucking
So
hilarious.
he's not good.
I mean, no, I don't think he was one of the.
He's a hey, if you want to laugh sometimes.
Yeah. You know, like if you're just trying to just smile and kind of just bop and kind of get a laugh in, like he even has the one line where he's like, "Young Duke Deuce, I'm hot as fuck. Name one bitch who will not fuck. You can't." That's just fucking hilarious. But,
That's Duke
what else
Deuce,
we
yo.
got here?
That is Duke
Oh.
Deuce.
cannot. I meant to actually include this when I said Smino. There's another album that I highly recommend, and I think I highly recommend it to you as well to check out. I think you would really enjoy this one. You know, I stand up for my Griselda boys, but West Side Gun came out with Hitler Wears Hermes 10.
Yeah.
And he has features from Doughboy to ASAP Rocky, Black Star, Keisha Plum. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
He's got all the Griselda boys on it as well on Red Death. Fly God Jr. though, and it's Gangsta Grills. DJ Drama.
Yep.
So that's cool as shit.
The boy made a returner.
BK Drama's a busy man.
Yeah,
all of a
he
sudden.
made a return. He said,
He
"No
just, had
bank
an album
account."
he just had an album come out last week. Now he's got one this week.
He said, "Well, if I'm working, I might as well work.
You know, like just like go right back
Yep.
into it.
Knock out 3 or 4."
Yeah, a lot of music dropped yesterday though. Oh, Shay Nor dropped the new album. She's super underground, but I fuck with her. Wash the Dishes with Benny the Butcher. Summertime with El Camino. Yeah, I mean, there was just so much good music that came out yesterday. So far, though, I will say, as much as I do love the West Side Gun album, I think Smino took the cake. Considering like this is like his first like album with like actual like I hate to say it, but like with a fan base. Like
It'd be like that though.
Like even I wasn't hip to him until like a couple years ago. But yeah, so I highly recommend those drops. Great night in music, and whenever music like that comes out, we appreciate it. We love listening to it, and we love talking about it. Leave your comments if you're watching this afterwards as well. Let us know what your favorite drops of the week were. Let us know if somehow we missed something. We do appreciate it. Now let's talk a little bit about some things that have been going on in the music world. Well, I saw Kendrick's live video, live from Paris, that he put on Amazon Prime. Did you get to check that out at all?
I did not.
So I've seen Kendrick twice. I saw him on the Good Kid, Mad City tour, and then I saw him on the Damn tour. I think his show somehow got better.
Oh, they're always better, yeah.
Like, it got fucking better.
Well, that's because he's an artist. He's not a rapper. He actually cares like about the whole performance, like Jay-Z.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's damn near performing like magic out there.
Yeah. Like, he cares more about the performance in the show now more than music.
Shit, I was so buzzed when I watched it last weekend that I didn't see that he was attached to something. So when he took off and started flying over the crowd, I was like, oh my God. I was like, what the hell?
This man thought he had the devil in him. Oh.
It's like he's flying. What the fuck? But no, I highly recommend. And like the thing that I did find funny about it though was, so like the new records, the crowd was like reacting. They were lit, but they weren't like singing along. Damn songs, even DNA, the crowd was lit, but they weren't singing along.
That's surprising.
To Pimp a Butterfly songs, same thing. Good Kid, Mad City, those fans knew every fucking word. Money Tree, swimming pools, fucking backseat
That's
freestyle.
Like,
I kind of thought that too. Like it is kind of like
To Pimp a Butterfly, like, all right, I get it, because like not everybody's cup of tea, but still good music. And then, damn, though, not know those.
I think the only one that I remember that the crowd was kind of going to was Humble.
Oh yeah, as being the most famous one.
But dude, backseat freestyle seemed to be the crowd's fan favorite. That in Mad City.
Where was he performing though?
Paris.
Well, that can be more too.
Do you think he got in his head up there though? Like, damn, they're really fucking with the Good Kid, Mad City shit.
No, I don't think he gets phased
by that.
Yeah, not by that.
Just another day in the office for him, so to speak.
Like I don't think he goes in.
Do you think every crowd is like that?
I don't think he goes. I think he goes in with no expectation. So, however it handles, all right. Well, this is how it's going. Like, they're not vibing. I still have to vibe. Like,
I mean, he even kind of gave a
no
look.
matter like if the crowd is dead silent or the crowd is singing their ass off every word, you have to still vibe. Like
the only comment he made to the crowd was during backseat freestyle, which was right when it came on. He didn't even get to speak yet. He was just like getting the mic up. And the crowd went, Martin have a dream? And he goes, okay. Martin had a dream. He's like, all right. He goes, y'all know it. Like,
y'all awake. Okay. That's cool. But yeah, I don't think I don't think it might. I don't think it phases him enough to alter his performance. Because
he doesn't change the set on the dime because they're fucking with it.
No, yeah. I mean, he might have he could have alternate pass. So like, all right, if I play Pimp a Butterfly and it's not hitting, instead of 5 songs, we're only doing the 3.
We're only doing like the
like they could have a plan B and set. So like, all right, it's not going hot. We're only going to this song, instead of playing all 5, we're only playing 3.
And then for Good Kid, Mad City, he could do like add money trees or something.
Yeah,
Like, I'll
you're
do
right.
that,
He could always do filler songs later on to fill in time, but like if they're not vibing, like you don't want to lose the crowd. So like I'm sure
The crowd knew J-Rock's verse word for word.
I'm sure they have plan A, plan B, C, D, E, F, A, and G all planned out. Like, so hey, if they don't like this song at all, we're not even going to the next song on Pivot Butterfly. Like it's straight to okay. Martin had a drink. Like, oh, okay, yep, they're awake.
Got him back.
They're awake. Let's go. Now we're rocking. Okay. So like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I thought though. I mean, he performed for 2 hours. I thought the whole show was great. I thought it was cool seeing him and Q out there, and they did Blessed. I thought that was cool.
That's dope.
Thought that was a cool moment. They also did Collard Greens, where Kendrick can immaculately rap in Spanish, and it pisses me off.
Well, he's bilingual.
One of these days. So, speaking of shows, this show went bad. Some people are saying TikTok ruined his tour. I don't know that much about it to speak on that. I hope that's not the case. But Steve Lacy. So, to run down this situation, Steve Lacy, for those that don't know, was a part of the Odd Future Collective.
Yep.
And he joined that band, The Internet, that was a part of Odd Future. When that all kind of just slowly disbanded, he ended up making a solo career. Well, this year he put out it was a number 1 hit for a couple weeks, Bad Habit.
Yeah.
Well,
number 1 hit, just one
yep.
song. Just one song.
He announced his tour. Tour sold out.
Yep.
Supposed to go great. But 3 shows in, he's getting mad. So the crowd, just like the Kendrick thing, but a little different, Steve Lacy's still in that phase where he cares heavily. He said that
he does. Like, if you care, then don't go on tour when you only have 1 hit fucking song. Like,
I mean,
you're doing a show, and
where no one knows
I have
any other
one
song
that they all know. One.
And well, a lot of
everything else they're gonna be dead.
My beef is somewhat with
like,
the fans though too.
So like, no duh, you're gonna be mad as a performer because your shows are dead. Like, yeah.
I think he should have played smaller venues.
I don't think he should have went on tour yet.
I think he should have tried to get, like, I almost want to say like, it's tough. He try to get his core fan base there instead of these one hit fans. Like,
you need more,
because he was complaining that like a lot of the people weren't necessarily paying attention to the show. He said complained that during the first show they were on their phone. Well, then flash forward on the 3rd night of the tour, some fan was pissed, whatever, threw his drink. Well, he was holding his phone up. Steve Lacy like acted all cool and was like, "Here, like, you know, give me the phone. Like, I'll take a picture, whatever." Takes the phone and just fucking spikes the bitch right on the stage, breaks it, and then walks off.
Yeah.
Halfway through the show. I don't know. I think, like you said, maybe he should just. Maybe I'm gonna agree with you. Actually, maybe he should just cancel the tour and maybe try to get another couple hit records out.
How do you go on tour when?
And he didn't give the album enough time to grow either. It only been out a couple weeks now.
But it's like you expecting them to move crowds like you're Kendrick, and you have 1 hit song.
I mean, the song looks like that does well live, but then everything else falls to pieces.
All right, cool. Do a concert and do a show and be like, all right, this is going to be a 5-minute show. Everyone's going to be lit for this half hour.
Like, the record works better as like a award show performance.
Well, yeah. He did. He shot himself in the foot there.
Crazy.
He bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah, Steve Lacy, we hope the tour gets better for you. Hang in there. Stop throwing fans'
I hope
phones.
your decisions get better, dog.
So, new X-Doc coming. New Triple X-Doc coming, I think November 21st or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to check that out. I think it's going to be on Hulu. RIPX.
Yeah, I just hope they did it right. Because Mike Tyson, I didn't watch that one on Hulu because Mike Tyson came out and said that they didn't give him no type of money for it, didn't come to him really about it, and just made a documentary about Mike Tyson's life.
And he's just like, oh.
And Mike's like, what the fuck? Like, do I get a check or something? And so, like, I just hope they did it right. Like, and by that, I mean by the family, right by the family.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
It scares me with him because I know they've exploited him in every different way. But
So that's why, like Mike Tyson, who was the richest, scariest man on the planet, went broke. Now back to successful again. Hulu makes a documentary, and everyone's all hyped, and then he comes out and was like, "Yeah, actually, they like cut all ties with me from that and not paying me."
Yeah, that's
and they're like, "Wait, what?"
We hope X gets his due diligence from that. R.I.P. X. Kim Petras, first trans artist to receive a #1 hit on the Billboard. Shout out Kim Petras. Record breaking. Thought that was cool.
Hey.
Izzy Drake hit with a cease and desist.
Yeah, that man got hit with a right hook. Drake said no more.
And then Drake
fam.
said, "Yeah, we gotta pack. We gotta
he
pack
said,
it up."
You got your ass beat. You can't be imitating me.
That reminds me of like
you
when
went in the ring and showed you can't fight.
When Lil Durk got broken up with India.
Mm-hmm.
The fake Lil Durk, Perkio, broke up with his girlfriend. He's like, if Durk's single, I'm single too.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, real. Squad.
They're dedicated to it. But now what does this mean, though, now that Izzy Drake's hit with the cease and desist?
So he can no longer
dress up as Drake?
Yeah, he can no longer use Drake's image and likeliness and OVO's trademark. So he changed his name from Izzy Drake to like Izzy something else on Instagram.
Oh boy! If the Instagram name changed, it's over.
Oh yeah, no, like he had
the streets are done.
Yeah, he had to give a written consent within like 7 days, or else.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
hey, bro, you got your ass beat. We can't have the OVO trademark.
Drake saw that shit and he's like,
he
man.
said, "Wait a minute, you went and fought a YouTuber and got your ass beat."
On stream.
Hey man, it looked rough. It looked like this is why I don't get.
It's a bad go.
This is what I don't get. If people like do these hyped up celebrity boxing exhibitions, do y'all not train once?
I don't think some of them did.
That's what that.
I don't think Nate Robinson picked up a single weight before that fight.
Not even Izzy Drake, like it looked like a newborn baby on its hind legs. Like this man looked.
Looked like a dog trying to get out of a fucking costume.
Yeah, it was bad. I was just like, fuck, bro. I need to get into the career of fighting men. Because 3 months of actual 3 months of boxing. I already got a little bit.
This dude's trying to hit you with the cha-cha.
I already have a little bit of hands, just a little bit. So it's
is he trying to punch me or is he doing the Macarena?
I just gotta give him a one good. That's it. He done. All right, give me my payday. I'm gone. I need to be the yeah.
I'll never forget when this is a good pod story when you punched Mark Markle in the jaw. And he had never been punched before, and his reaction to getting punched. I love people's reaction to getting punched.
We opened the fight though. I'm a defensive. I'm a counter fighter. So
and you gave him one. You did give him one.
This man punched me, swear to die. Good one.
He goes, "You all right?"
I tried not to laugh.
Tried not to laugh. All right.
I said, I'm good. We still go. He, oh yeah. I was just making sure you were good. Okay.
And then you fucking
just straight down Broadway.
And he turns around, fight stops. He looks at me and he goes, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "You got punched in the mouth." Pretty self-explanatory.
Right
That's
down,
how that
bro.
feels.
Just right down, bro.
Doesn't feel prime.
Doesn't. Luke knows he's taking his fair share.
That's why I thought it was so funny when I looked at me and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, dog. That's a punch in the mouth.
You gotta block that. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, you don't put your guard up. Guess what? That's gonna happen again.
Right down the middle. That is a good pod story.
Fucking Mark, dude.
Good old Mark.
And I remember his condition too was he was like, "You and Jim have to fight." And I looked at him, and at the time I'm perked. So I'm like, all right. I was like, let's go.
And he did not think Luke was going to go. And they fought first. And
me and Jim just ran. We were laughing, and I was like, let's just get it over with. And we ran at each other. And I actually started really hitting him in the side. Yeah. And then next thing I know, I just feel him just go, okay. boom, and just sticks me right in the nose. And he's like, "Are we good now?" I was like, "Yeah, we're
Oh,
good."
We're not fucking
Mark's
around.
like, "Oh shit."
Mark's like, "Oh, they get hit."
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a bloody mouth that day.
That was wild.
And that was the end of that fight, though. One punch.
Yeah, don't go out like Izzy Drake
Or Mark.
or Mark Marklin.
Yeah. Shout out Mark.
Is Mark Marklin Izzy Drake?
Oh, it could be.
It's starting to look oddly a lot like. I haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't either.
Haven't heard from him. My text go green.
Both,
Oh, he's Izzy Drake.
they both can't
He
fight.
made my text go green. Text go green. That might be the name of the pod. And right before we wrap up music, I do want to go over this one. Super fucking cool. Shout out to, I forget the guy's name, but he's a YouTuber, fellow YouTuber. Shout out him for finding this. So about 4 years ago, 2019, 3 years ago. Yeah, for real. So Alchemist in a tweet was asked when he did like one of those ask me questions, blah, blah, blah. And somebody asked, are you ever going to put out the collab album that you made with Earl Sweatshirt?
Ooh.
And he said, actually, he goes, it's already out. He goes, but there's a catch. He goes, we put it on YouTube under a fake name, under fake song titles.
So you had to go find
and he said, good luck. Well, last week on Saturday, somebody tweeted at Alchemist and he goes, hey, Clayman, did I find it, Mr. Clutcher? And he goes, you're the first one to ever get that right. He goes, have fun, everybody.
That's
and
awesome.
we went on YouTube and it was under Clayman Clutcher. And the songs are all like weird names. When I got to it, it only had like a little bit over 2,000 views. Like it was just starting to get found.
Yeah.
And it's 11 tracks and it's fucking amazing.
Wow.
And Earl like ended up promoting it now and like he retweeted it and somebody was like, is it going to be on streaming? And he's like, yeah, like now that you guys found it, like
right.
It up
now that we can actually
yeah.
That's
but,
like this interview with the baby recently.
I want to hear an interview with that YouTuber. How did he find it?
Well,
I imagine this dude was just raking through his head. Like
you go back through, you find all like their Nerf accounts. Everything's tracked back to one email.
like Finstas and shit.
Yeah,
like
like all the same emails. So like, you just gotta keep digging. Like, all right, who uploaded it? All right, go back. Well, here are his 7 emails, possibly, and then you combine, mix match names of emails type thing. But hey, kudos to whoever found it.
yeah.
But the baby came out and said him and Justin Bieber have like a whole collab album together.
Who does?
The baby and Justin Bieber.
No, that'd be interesting.
That would be crazy to see. Like,
Would you like to hear the baby and Justin Bieber?
Da Baby? Yeah, probably.
Oh, you don't like Lil Baby?
Wait, which one?
The baby. The baby's the
big hair.
Rockstar guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I like him more.
Interesting.
I know he says some fuck shit, but...
Yeah, hey, don't we all? But Clayman Clutcher though, shout out that project. Go check that out.
Yeah.
And now on to movies and TV. Tyler the Creator plays Jesus in the upcoming season of Big Mouth. He's going to be back on TV. I think that'll be interesting. I think his voice as Jesus will be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it will be. Well, if he actually plays, he should be serious with it. But yeah,
His voice is just funny in general.
yeah. Oh, whose was it? I forget which rapper has like a really deep voice, and I'll have to find it.
Oh God, I think I know who you're talking about too.
But continue.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I know Wifey likes Big Mouth a lot. I haven't checked out too much of the show in a while, but I will check it out though to see how Tyler plays Jesus. I am excited for that. Frankie Muniz, not a name that typically gets mentioned, came out earlier this week and said that him and Bryan Cranston and some of the cast of Malcolm in the Middle were talking about how there's going to be a revival to the show in about a year or two. Doing a Malcolm in the Middle revival.
Yeah,
My brother
We'll
likes
read
that show.
I
like
that.
that.
I grew up on that show. Well, I also grew up on like
Frankie Muniz is one of the greatest actors of all time.
grew up on like 5 channels on TV, so like, I didn't have.
I don't know
cable.
why they didn't let him be the new James Bond.
Well,
I mean, did you see Agent Cody Banks?
yeah, that's why they didn't.
They saw that and they were like, I don't know. No, that kid's tough as nails. I fuck with Frankie Muniz.
He's a good kid.
I feel like
Good kid.
trying to think. I feel like Frankie Muniz, he looks like he could use like an Uncut Gems role. You know what I mean?
Ha!
Like he
It's
could
like the Adam Sandler.
yeah, like he could use like an odd serious role.
Yeah, I got these.
Like have him play Hitler.
I could use another big fat liar.
Another big fat liar? I've kind of forgotten about that movie actually. Frankie Muniz, motherfucking goat. Morgan Freeman walked so Frankie Muniz could run.
Oh,
Aye.
well, that's gonna stir some folks' pots.
For sure. But we're excited for the Malcolm in the Middle revival.
Yeah, I actually I like that. I love that show.
Tobin Bell returns for Saw X. He's had cancer for 25 years. But
Damn,
he's
that's
coming back
right.
for the new Saw.
So he did like most of these movies with some cancer.
Yeah. And they're bringing him back for Saw.
The other day.
Wild.
Is he gonna die on a movie set?
He's one of those, though, man. He's like the
That's
Tom
what I mean,
Brady of
it's like,
acting.
yeah, like
You already know his wife's like, honey, what are you doing? You don't have to go back and play that damn fucking game again.
Literally, like
He's like, I don't play the game. I run it.
I am the game.
Tobin Bell just walks on the set, just spits water up into the air, walks over to the director's chair and sits down.
Let's begin.
We're not even rolling yet.
Film!
Why is he doing that? But yeah, no, I'm excited for Saw 10.
Yeah.
They just don't seem like they'll ever quit. I think
No.
at this point we'll just be at what point will they pull it? We'll see Saw
I
XX,
just-
Saw 20,
Well, yeah.
Saw Triple X. It ends after 30.
I want them to pass the torch to like the next,
Something new or something.
next wave of actors, so we don't have to pull out somebody that's 25 years
Yeah,
with
like-
cancer. Like,
So we don't have to use.
can he pass the torch to somebody, please? Like, my man is really hurting over here.
We got-
Man is literally going through it.
We got actors trying to make a living coming up right now that need this
Right.
role. This guy can't even walk on set. Like, we had to make the damn set
man.
wheelchair accessible for this man. Like,
Like, there's people we could. Like, can we have this movie be like
half of our parking lot has handicap signs on.
Can we please
Like-
have this movie like him pass the torch to somebody? Like, all right, this is how I run the games. Like, all right, cool, thank you. Now he taught somebody else how to do this shit. Like,
They're gonna ask him on set, "Hey, are you on board for 11 and 12?" He's like, "Guys, I'm 82."
if I'm alive,
Like,
what
they're
are we-
asking a lot
he's
here.
gonna be like, "When are we filming? Is this next week? Because I got 6 months, y'all." Like,
Oh my god.
hopefully, I hope he lives as long as possible.
Shout out Tobin Bell, man. I don't even want to know what that bag looked like to get him on board. Because he hasn't been on board in a while.
Probably the price of his fucking cancer treatment. Like, bruh, this man is going through it.
They were like, and we'll donate some to the Cancer Research Society.
And you gotta pay
Just
for
give
all-
it to me, bud.
You gotta pay for all my pills.
Fuck.
All of them.
But I hope they just have him in like a minimal role. I hope it's not like one of those cases where it's going to be the whole movie, but it looks like and sounds
Yeah.
like he will be.
Yep.
Because they said that
And see, that's what I
his
just,
contract says worth an hour.
like.
of screen
Imagine
time.
if they gave it to Chris Evans. From remember how I forget which movie he just played, like Burn Notice or like Red Notice or something on Netflix, where he was like a bad guy instead of being Captain America.
And he
He
can
was
kind of like
a
have fun with
douchebag.
it.
But like, imagine him.
Like Tobin's long lost son or something.
No, Tobin's fucking apprentice. Like, don't even know. No bullshit, long lost son. Just, hey, this man likes to kill people and torture them for their sins. Like, or he likes to give them a way out if they're willing. You know what I mean? Like, he agrees with my fucked up mentality. Cool. I'm about to die. He wants to run it.
And then like kind of now it'll be his. Like,
Yeah, you gotta teach him how to run this. Like, hey, this is the big ass warehouse. If the cops come, here's the tunnel. Like, and if they find this tunnel, here's the other tunnel.
And if somehow they do win that game and get out of it, trap door right down the
Shotgun
hallway.
right behind you.
Yeah.
Like,
See this lever right here? Just pull that down. Somebody walks by it, trips it, head blown
Hey,
clean.
Done.
Like,
But like, you gotta like, my man. Like, I'm sure he wanted to do it, obviously, but like,
at the same time,
they probably needed him to do it as well for this to be a success.
How crazy would it be if this is actually the Pass the Torch movie?
It needs to be.
Like, if they're like, all right, this is literally the last movie we'll probably ever have with this guy.
If it's not, if they're not thinking like that, they're stupid. Like,
It should be.
the man is 82 with cancer.
I mean, that's like when
Since 60.
that's like when Sid Haig was dying when they were making 3 from Hell. And he pretty much told them, like, because he didn't know if he'd be able to last the whole time that they were shooting the movie. So he specifically told Zombie, he's like, hey, my health's getting really bad. He goes, just have me executed at the beginning.
Yep. Like
let me go out like that to where then it's not like an abrupt end. And you don't have to.
And they probably had multiple. And they probably kept filming with him in the movie after those scenes. And so if he lived the whole movie, they had exactly. But they probably had an alternate.
That is what they did.
Yeah. So
and that's why there's some deleted scenes where, like, when you watch him, it's like, oh, he actually still lived and broke out, but you never got to see him break out. They just execute him in the prison, just like you said, because he was like, all right, maybe I should just be safe. Like,
and they did it right. They did it right by him as well.
And you can tell too, like in the one deleted scene, like obviously
it's
reason why it's
declining.
deleted. Well, he's not even speaking and he's heavily breathing, just standing there, and it's just like, oh shit.
Hey man, kudos to him going on set.
Yeah, R.I.P. Sid Haig, for real. Gave his last bit of life really to that fucking movie.
A great movie. Great film. And
we'll be getting to those very shortly. In fact, right after this. Sausage Party's coming back. The party rages on in 2024. 8-episode limited series coming to HBO. What do you think?
I gotta get some more acid.
You gotta get some Sid?
Yeah,
some Sid for Sausage Party?
That's how I watched the first movie. The movie.
Really? That would have been cool.
Oh my god!
I've never seen that movie tripping. I don't think.
I watched
the last movie I watched tripping was Interstellar.
That's wild.
Well, that had me fucked up.
Yeah, Sausage Party, bro. That one had me going. I was like, what the? Yeah. So that was a funny one.
Clean up on aisle 2. This MILF dropped the douche. That's a fucking. I love when Paul Rudd says that shit.
We'll see how it goes though. You said eight
and,
series?
Yeah, 8 episodes, and everybody's.
See, that's the shit I don't like, man. Just do a fucking movie.
Well, they couldn't get 2 people back. They didn't.
I don't give a fuck.
They didn't
do it in 8 seasons so you can spread it 8
Oh
episodes.
No, 8. Yeah,
there's like 8 episodes, so it's spread out. No, give me a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
or
like the show,
45.
like I don't even know if they're going to be half-hour episodes. I think they said hour episodes,
and that's going to be stupid.
So 8 hours. You think that's too much Sausage Party?
Yeah, I think it's gonna. It
like by episode 4, you'll be like, okay, this is
corny. I'm over it.
I'm assuming it'll just be them in the store
because that's like
you're not going to have them.
It's going to be like, what? Am I learning about the personality of a fucking bun? Like, because that's like what other movies like. What do you like Marvel and shit? They do all these like little episode series. Like
you're gonna really get to know the taco.
Tuesday. It's yeah, it's Tuesday.
I just hope
guys.
they bring
like,
Danny McBride back as Honey Mustard.
I just hope they don't like because I love Sausage Fest.
Oh, the 2 characters.
I just hope it's not ruined.
They didn't get Franco back, so you're not gonna have the guy.
They didn't
those
bring
on Bath salts. And you're not gonna get Nick Kroll. So no douche. He's not playing the douche.
So the 2 funniest people are not in it.
It's a little rough because Nick Kroll's
so
busy with
the 2 funniest
Big
people
Mouth.
from the first one are not in it. So the second one.
I really love Michael Cera, but yes.
Okay, fair. 2 of the top 4 funniest people.
Yeah, I'm not in it.
Yeah, okay.
Nick Kroll couldn't do it because of Big Mouth.
Good job, guys.
I mean, I'm sure they threw the bag at him.
Our society standards would not allow us to bring back that man.
Kind of reminded me of Chris Farley right there for a second, the way he talks. But my favorite topic, I'm going to put this on while we talk about spooky movies.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll punch you in the chest.
Favorite horror movies all time. Give me 5. Give me top 5. Leave them in the comments afterwards. Top 5 favorite horror movies all time. That's very uncomfortable, people.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah, I would not wear that. It sounded raw, like stiff. And no.
So, top 5 favorite horror movies of all time. Doesn't have to be in particular order.
All right, I'm gonna save my top one though.
I'll do the same.
All right, so
we'll work from 5 up.
yeah, but
Leave your comments
5
afterwards
to
as well.
2 random order. Horror movies series. Texas Chainsaw's up there.
Original?
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm. I love Freddy.
Oh, I'm not wearing that.
I love Freddy. Jason.
Original?
Yeah, Friday the 13th. Like, I always the original, not the bullshit. Like, oh, everyone's scared at the like the good scary films. House of Wax,
Wow. Okay.
because that one's creeped me out as a kid.
I remember that movie.
And then my top favorite horror movie, actual top one of all time, The Orphan.
Oh, did you see First Kill yet?
No,
Really
the
good.
second one.
Yeah,
I
really
haven't
fucking
watched
good.
that one yet, but the first Orphan, by far, set the standard. Like, because when that came out, man, like
That made a splash.
that, and it's based off a true story. Oh my god! Oh,
That made a splash.
but it changed the horror movie scene because like it happened in daylight. Most of the movie was daytime. Like,
Which I thought was cool.
you vary, and it made
Like, it doesn't need to be pitch black and rainy for me to be scared.
Exactly.
But
And it's like, oh, we're on the woods having fun, playing. We're building a treehouse. Beak! Oh,
Yeah,
that
just
bird
like
is
right over
dead.
there. Yeah.
Oh, she's crazy. Don't
the
tell mom.
tries to drown the fucking kid and shit.
Like, yeah, I don't like that bitch either.
Really enjoy the picks. You definitely got a lot of classics in there too. Top 5 for me. Start with 5. No particular order up to 2. Give me the Devil's Rejects. Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
I got that up there. Give me the original Texas Chainsaw.
Okay.
Like that pick. So now I'm on 3. Give me. Wow. This is harder than I imagined.
Hey, man, that's what I said. I'm happy about
Give me the original Halloween. The original
Yeah,
Halloween, very
okay,
first
yeah.
one. So now on to 2. This is where I'm really struggling, bro.
Yeah, I was happy.
Okay, number 2, Cabin in the Woods.
I was thinking of that.
Love Cabin in the Woods.
I was thinking of that one, but I went with House of Wax instead of
Also
like,
a great pick.
yeah.
Like not one
Nightmare-
that typically gets appreciated that
Nightmare
much.
of Elm Street was
Love that pick.
that
too.
one. That one was kind of interchangeable with Cabin in the Woods, but yeah.
See, horror movies are
Orphan though,
one of my
for
favorite
horror,
genres.
that one had to be.
I
that
think
was
you'll
my
really
top.
appreciate the new one.
I need to watch it. What's your top one though?
I'm
So 2
buying
was
myself
Cabin.
time here.
2 was Cabin in the Woods. Your top horror, because mine, I knew my answer immediately as soon as you asked that. I was like, oh, Orphan. That's easy for me.
Well, I'm debating a couple in my head, but there's one that even though I don't have it, I've been trying to get it, but I really think I should just come out and say it.
What?
Final Destination 3.
Oh yeah, Final
I
Destination
love
series.
the Final Destinations.
Yeah.
I've been on the hunt to get those on.
I gotta switch out something for that series. One of my 2 to 4 can get changed out for Final Destination.
Fuck yeah.
Those movies, yeah. I mean, Saws, honestly.
Yeah, Saw is great too. I mean, I have all those. What's your
Me
favorite
too.
Saw movie? So we said our top
Probably
5
like
favorite.
4 or 2.
2's my favorite.
Yeah,
The Needle in a Haystack.
Yeah,
That was my favorite game that they
That
ever
one,
played. You already know Demi Lovato when she watched that movie gets a hard on. She wants to find a needle in a haystack.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, sorry. We wish the best for
Yeah.
Demi Lovato
Oh, but
sobriety.
the baby's comments are bad.
Dude just slandered fucking Demi Lovato. So let's see. So you said your favorite Saw. What's your favorite Final Destination movie? Mine's the 3rd.
I was gonna. Is that the one with the fan blade? I forget. Is that the race car, or like NASCAR? Like...
No, 3 is Roller Coaster.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that one gets me because
well,
to this
1
day,
through 3 kind of all are
bangers.
yeah,
Like,
top of the line.
tell me right now when you're on the highway and you see a fucking truck with that wood on
move.
them, you get, no, we're not. Every single time I'm like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't
I'm-
go, I don't go slow enough to get stuck behind that motherfucker. Like, oh no, gotta go. Oh yeah, yeah.
Final Destination 3 though gets me because I'll still never forgive Jim for doing this. He really did fuck up our whole day there. So we got me, Dom, and him took shrooms in the parking lot of Cedar Point. We're walking through there, and Jim out of nowhere, like right when the shrooms are starting to kick in, we're in line for the Raptor. About halfway up there, and he goes, "You guys know what I watched last night?"
Oh
And
man,
we're just like, what? And he's like, I watched Final Destination 3. He's like, dude, it's starting to get to me. And Dom just goes, why the fuck would you say that?
right
And
now, why would you?
you
Just because you're fucked up doesn't mean we all gotta be fucked up.
And I remember, like, we rode the Raptor, and, like, I'm not going to lie, the whole time going
You're
up, I'm
shitting your
looking over at
pants.
him, like, you didn't have a premonition or something, did you? Like, why'd you say that? Like,
I need to know.
this bitch does seem a little loose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're tripping, you're in your head, you're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
What did you see last night in your dream?
Normally, I'm hands up. This time, I was like that on the bitch. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere.
I've never been on a roller coaster.
It's fun, but some fuck shit does seem to happen sometimes.
And for all right, so everyone always
Like, bro, I
gets
was
on
going
me,
up the gatekeeper and it broke down. Like, literally, like, right at the top of the thing. Feet dangling, broke down for like 30 minutes. So
See?
it's like, what the fuck?
And like people like are like, whoa, Nick, blah blah. Like you, I'm a speed junkie. Like I have a motorcycle. I like going fast. I'm an adrenaline junkie. People are like you should love roller coasters. Yeah, but I'm not in control of that bitch.
No, in fact, you're actually putting your life in the hands of a 19-year-old kid that's just got a summer job.
I'm in control of my motorcycle.
Like, there is a moment in there where,
to an extent, like there's traffic and shit, but I control the speed. So it's like, that machinery, that one loose bolt, because I'm also a mechanic now. One loose bolt could alter this trajectory and send me off the fucking side.
and then
I'm cool.
And then you
I'm
look
cool.
over and there's just a
I'm
19-year-old
cool.
kid with a Dunkin'
Yeah,
cup
when's the
trying
last
to send
time
a
was this
Snapchat.
safety inspected? Oh, you don't know? So I don't know if I should ride it. Went to Cedar Point for free one time. Went on all the water rides.
Oh, see, that's fun shit, though. You went to Soak Zone.
All day, baby. Catch me in that.
With how hot it is there, I
Yeah.
actually think you made the smartest decision
Catch me in the
possible.
lazy river, baby.
That shit's lit. I
Catch
fuck
me
with
in
the
the
Tidal
lazy-
Wave Bay, even though my head makes it dangerous.
I went down like 7 of the water slides.
I headbutted a kid in the Tidal Wave Bay. I'm not gonna lie.
That kid is
That-
mad.
No, that kid ran out of the water crying. I moseyed over to the other side of the water.
He got a big ass head, y'all.
Yeah, and like this kid was in wrong place, wrong time. It was not my fault. I was just this oversized kid trying to have a good time.
Random story time.
And
One time I was like 11, snow sledding down the hill. So you know, if you're from the Headlands, you know where this hill is.
shout out the Headlands.
It's down back by the little pond area on the back headlands by the beach entrance. If you go up that little hill going into the back of the headlands, it's that right side, that big hill. Goes into the pond, marsh area. So I was like 11 or whatever, 12, sledding. Wrong place, wrong time for a kid.
Oof.
I came in hot, boy. Came in hot. Took this kid out. I turned sideways. I knew how to take kids out. I ain't gonna lie. But like I knew how to. He literally like I was coming down the hill, coming in hot. I see him. Way too late to stop. I turned a little bit. This boy went.
Dude,
Hit
I have
my
to
shit.
stop.
And then he went up and over me, and I went out onto the ice. And I was
That's
like,
like some ridiculousness shit.
oh, my dad's like, go apologize. I go, huh?
Yeah, this
Huh?
kid didn't get no apology. I mean,
He didn't get none from me.
He got like a brief one, but like he did the thing where like a kid doesn't realize how much it hurts for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, because then he
And-
started just crying. I was like, I'm not
And
I'm not going up to like in my mind. I was like, I'm not going to him and his parents. I might get yelled at.
oh, I'm thankful that this mom was neglecting the child. She didn't
But
see
like
a fucking
they were
thing.
just like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" She's like, they're like, and my dad's like, "Go apologize." I'm like, it wasn't my fault. Like I'm sledding. Why are you coming up to like?
yeah, I mean, this,
You all right? Any sledding hill, proper protocol. Sledders come down the middle. You walk up the side. Why are you walking up the middle?
Yeah, I don't know. This kid thought
That's
maybe
proper protocol. That's your fault.
this kid maybe thought he looked at me and thought I didn't weigh that much, but I weigh more
That
than
head weigh a lot.
Well, I would say this kid was about 8,
Oh,
maybe
my.
7, 8 years old.
How old are you? 16?
I would have been, about
Were you an
16,
adult,
17.
like adultish?
No, I would have been about 16,
Okay,
17. That's
so
accurate, actually. 'Cause I was
full grown
junior-
head.
It was the summer going into
Full-grown
senior
head.
year.
Full grown head.
So, and I'm bopping around, chilling. Well, I go back, and I just feel the side of his head just, boom, connect. Well, I turn around. I get up. I look at him. I don't really feel much, but he goes like this. He goes, and just started
Run.
and I just started. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. And like he started getting out of the water, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
probably
time for me to
the
go
other
to this side of the water. Hey, I've caught one of Luke's headbutts like that before, and I've told him do that shit again. We're fighting.
Brick.
Yeah, does not feel good.
It's helped me on a few occasions.
But that's when we were like 12, not a full grown head. Trying to kill a kid.
It was not intentional.
That's
Involuntary head slaughter. But I forget where I was pivoting off of that. Well, speaking of, I don't want to say that, but to start wrestling, didn't want to say take a puff, take a drink, whatever you are enjoying. R.I.P. Tristan Nash, Kevin Nash's son, gone way too soon. Tragic. R.I.P. Tristan Nash. Sending the utmost love, good energy, and faith to the Nash family and Kevin's way. Wish the best and nothing but the best for Big Daddy Diesel.
yeah.
That is tragic. I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah.
Lightly, on a lighter note, Punk back to WWE rumors. Triple H said that he's open to it, but he's not like necessarily jumping on it.
Well, yeah, because like, are you gonna be a fuck boy?
Yeah, I mean, Chris Jericho literally said that Punk was a cancer to the AEW locker room. Like,
He's a spoiled little brat. Are you gonna be a little bitch or no?
he had a lot of contract clauses too.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry about it. Be a man.
I mean, I'm sure Triple H is like, yeah, would it be a major return? Yes, but
Yeah, and that like
at the same
I
time,
don't think and Triple H would have the contract structured in his favor, obviously. Like not CM Punk's favor. Like, no, this is my you could fuck us up. I can't. We're only helping you if we sign.
yeah, like
So,
we don't
like,
need you.
Yeah, exactly. So like, all the clauses would be in WWE's favor. Then that contract is still just like too much of a hassle, possibly to even
If Punk turns into be an asshole in the locker room,
like. I'm gonna have to punch him in the mouth for real. That's what Triple H is gonna think. Like,
I would just tell CM Punk, look, you act out of line. We have a certain guy in this locker room that they don't have over there, and his name's Bork fucking Laser. And he will bork and laser your ass to death. Like, we saw your UFC fights, Punk. You're not gonna hang in there with
we got
Bork.
JBL will beat your ass. All right, chill out.
Shout out JBL.
Yeah, chill out.
I'm so glad they have him back on
Yeah,
camera
no.
at Baron Corbin. He's a fucking asshole, and I love it.
Yeah, Corbin needed help.
Elimination Chamber is coming to Montreal, Canada. First pay-per-view in Montreal in over 12 years.
Canada,
They're getting the Elimination Chamber in February.
Hey.
Tickets already went on sale. I think it's sold out. So Canada's
Shout out
big
them.
WWE fans.
I mean, yeah. I mean, hey, good for
Always a pay-per-view I look forward to.
I love you.
And on that note, there's 2 pay-per-views that have been canned. Triple H doesn't believe in them, and I'll tell you why. No money in the well, I actually mentioned it to you before the pod, but no Money in the Bank pay-per-view anymore, and no Hell in the Cell pay-per-view.
And I agree with.
I agree with both.
Yeah, I like the reasonings behind it.
The Money in the Bank makes me a little sad.
It does, but at the same time, like if there's just a Money in the Bank match,
And then
it's
now,
still,
yeah, so the females will be night 1,
right,
and then the males will be night 2.
and that still gives the opportunity.
And they'll kick off the show, he said.
And I like that, and it's still like and it gives the significance to the matches back.
And people that really love Money in the Banks that might not.
Because like the Hell in the Cell pay per view, it's like, oh wow, we get to see a cage 6 matches in a row,
And you know that it's coming.
Oh,
The feud doesn't usually equal
like
the
it's literally like
stipulation.
you literally like, can we have this without the cage so it's easier to see?
Yeah, I mean, like we said before the pod, think of how much more meaningful it was when you didn't know there was one coming because there was no pay-per-view. And then all of a sudden, Survivor Series is around the corner, and here's a Hell in the Cell match.
When out of nowhere, the Punjabi prison match happened. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, what is this, bamboo?
Speaking of Hell in the Cell matches, though, what's like your favorite Hell in the Cell match or a couple of your favorites that you remember?
Well,
Obviously, mankind.
I was about to say the infamous.
Good God Almighty, he's been broken in half.
Yeah.
That's the.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh my God, that's a dead body.
He's got a family, you son of a
Um,
bitch.
Who's?
I'll just throw mine out there right now. Vengeance 2005, Batista versus Triple H.
That's who I was thinking. I was like Batista versus somebody.
And Batista versus Undertaker. Hell in the Cell is
Yeah.
a great one too. Survivor Series.
And then there was a good one with Lashley. I think it was old.
Lashley and Umaga.
I forget. I don't know.
I think they had one.
Because then he throw him like through this like side. Like
Bobby and Roman. I think that's when Roman was coming out.
I forget. I forget. I don't remember. But those are some of the ones. Yes,
Jumped out to you. Oh,
yeah, Batista. for
Triple
sure.
H versus Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
There was like a 6-man one back in the day.
The Armageddon Hell in the Cell match.
Yeah.
With that was Armageddon 2000. Had The Rock, Stone Cold, Rikishi,
Yep.
Kurt Angle,
Yep. That one.
Undertaker.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That was fire. But
That was a banger. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to be doing then with those matches, if that means we're going to be getting less of them, or if they'll just kind of sprinkle them throughout the year.
I think that's. I mean, those take tolls. Like
They do have high injury risk.
Yeah,
I mean, fuck, even referee Tim White had his career ended in Chris Jericho versus Triple H Hell in the Cell match.
right. And
Judgment Day
so
2002.
and for like ladders and shit, like people want to see people jumping off of ladders. So like Money in the Banks and shit, like all that, like
Those you got to do every year.
right. And,
Especially with how they do the Money in the Bank.
so it's like, all right, if we can limit matches with ladders to one night where it's like worth a possible injury, not like, oh, here's Friday night, go break your back.
Yeah.
Like at least it's at WrestleMania if something does catastrophic happen. Like it's like, all right.
Which WrestleMania almost has an injury every year because every superstar is
Guaranteed.
trying to do above and
Guaranteed,
beyond.
yeah.
This year it was Kevin Owens trying to do a flip and didn't quite contort
Right.
all the way over. Busted his ass on the fucking barricades.
Good luck, bruh.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see where they go forward moving with that. Rock's daughter debuts in NXT. She
I
made her
saw,
debut.
yeah, I saw her in the mask and stuff.
Yeah, she made her debut. It's
Yeah,
actually a
she-
pretty strong debut.
Good for her. I didn't see it.
I was
Didn't watch
listening
it.
at work when they were like, "Oh, it's The Rock's daughter," and I was like, "Hold on, what?"
Yeah, I saw.
looked at the
I
thing.
saw
I was like,
on
"Oh shit!"
Bleacher Report, like on the apps and stuff, but I didn't watch it or see it. But it's in her blood. Like
They had The Rock on the Bump, the WWE Bump
Mhm.
show, talking about her, and he's like, "Yeah, like I was back in the ring training like with her and everything," and I think he did it on purpose, but he goes, "Yeah, like we were working, training her for her matches, training for mine. I mean,
he slipped up.
yeah.
Oh, he's coming back for Roman. He's coming back for Roman. But I think we talked
Well,
about
some
it
people
on the-
think that he might be doing the Cena trilogy
Ooh, yeah, that could.
because they're 101.
That does make
And
sense.
supposedly they do have Cena on contract
Yeah.
for Mania.
I always said the Roman thing because this last time I think on the pod we talked it was like who could stop Roman and like
The Rock would be
and
one.
The Rock is the person like oh you're the head of the family well I'm
Let
the
me show
Don
you, yeah.
like I'm the Don like you think you run shit
100%.
what's next though because I gotta run to the bathroom if we got a few
Okay, let's just run through Crown Jewel predictions. That is what we will leave on. So we will run through the Crown
when
Jewel
is Crown Jewel
predictions.
is that tomorrow
Crown Jewel is next Saturday
Okay, so it's next
during
week.
the day, actually.
so, okay and I said tomorrow acting like I thought today was Friday because I know the pay-per-views are on Saturdays my days have been mumble jumble lately
Okay, so
all right
we got Bobby Lashley versus Bork Laser. Crown Jewel.
is it a title match
No, not entitled.
Bobby
I think so too. I
Yep.
think they want to push Bobby.
Yep. Well, also like Brock, like everyone knows Brock can win anytime, anywhere.
And I
So
think
it's
Brock's
like
at that
we,
point in his career where I think Triple H is kind of like, hey, you got to start
not even
putting
like,
people over.
well, yeah, but it's also like, hey, you know how like, whenever you like take a L, you like come out on Monday and just punch somebody in the mouth 3 times and win in 30 seconds. Yeah, that's not good for the brand all like that. So yeah, you got to take a L, but like you get to do that again.
make it compelling. I
Yeah.
mean, who knows? They might actually make this.
All
like a
right,
whole
sorry, I
story.
gotta really go.
That's fine.
It hits.
We'll take a minute. Definitely take a minute. Hope everybody watching is enjoying the show and having a good time. As you can tell, we're pretty kicked back here. Not super Hollywood by any means. Wish we could edit out some of my yawning, but that's just not the case here. Prost on my hat, that means cheers in German. Fun fact you probably didn't know. It's another fun fact you didn't know. I have 10 toes. 10 fingers, too. It's a blessing, actually. Not sure if you were aware. Hope everybody's having a blessed and wonderful day. I'm out of my Wendy's drink, which is unfortunate because I am quite parched. But I'm glad you guys are tuning in. As always, leave your comments below for anything that you wish we covered that we did not. Wanted to say thank you guys for subscribing, my loyal subscribers, my Sleepless Familia. I appreciate it, and we love y'all. We got Sleepless Radio episode 117 coming tomorrow. You got Rolling Stones versus Led Zeppelin, winner's bracket matchup, Madre versus Padre. Madre has Rolling Stones. Padre has Led Zeppelin. I get to be an official judge, and it'll be a great time. A little bit of a Sleepless Saturday mixed with a Sleepless Sunday, making for a blessed and wonderful Sleepless weekend. Got my Pizza Planet fit on. Got the Jay Skeese hoodie. Shout out Jay Skeese, great up-and-coming artist with Michelle Records. And Super Fried Snuka is back, and we will continue on with our Crown Jewel predictions.
Learn from Jim Carrey, liar, liar. It's not good to hold your bladder.
So I think this match could be the show stealer. For the Raw Women's Championship, it is the first ever last woman standing match.
Ugh.
Bayley versus Bianca Belair. And I think Bayley's going to win. I want to see Bayley win. And I also think
Yeah, I'm with you there. I want to see Bayley.
especially with how Damage Control's really popping off and her group's doing good.
We'll see, though. That'll be a good one. That'll be a
yeah.
phenomenal one.
We have a 6-man tag matchup
Oh,
with AJ Styles and Anderson and Gallows is back
okay.
against Judgment Day. Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio,
got
and
AJ.
Finn Balor. You got AJ's group?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to...
AJ
I
always
want
throws
AJ
on
to
a
win.
show, though.
Yeah, I really want AJ to win. And as you know, you've heard me say this before, I think pound for pound he's the best wrestler in the
Yeah,
world.
that's what. Yeah, I don't.
And I do think, though, that they want to get Judgment Day over. I think Judgment Day is going to
I
win
could see that, though.
Especially, like, they're really trying
I'm not
to
going to be
get
mad
Dominic
if
over.
Judgment Day wins because I could see that.
Let's see what we have. What else we got here? They actually don't have too many matches planned for the show yet. Oh, the Usos are defending their titles against those two guys, the Brawling Brutes.
Oh, okay.
Sheamus's buddy.
Well, I don't see. The
I forget
Usos.
their names. I think it's Max and Butch.
I don't see them losing their titles though.
No, Usos aren't going to lose it to those two. We have Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah, I did see that.
I
Match.
think Seth is going to win this one.
Yeah, give him his dub for the year.
Wouldn't hurt.
He needs.
And then last match as of now, which it looks like they're going to have to add a match or two to the card. But Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Roman Reigns is going to win.
Clearly.
I think that goes without saying.
Yeah. Just how quickly.
Yeah, so right now the card's looking pretty light. I know with everybody coming back, and we'll probably have
But they
another
could also
return. I'm
like
interested
it
to
could
see
be
what
like
they'll
that,
do.
but those matches could all go for a good amount.
Oh,
of time.
there is one more match. Omos versus Braun Strowman.
Mm.
I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
I got Braun Strowman winning that.
I got Omos.
You got Omos?
Omos.
They made Omos look stronger than Braun so far.
They made 7'4". Like not literally. I don't know if that's actually his height.
No, I think he's actually taller.
Yeah, he is.
I
Like
think he's
that tall.
7'6".
He's tall as hell.
He's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he is.
A legitimate giant.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, anything else you'd like to cover?
No, I think we got everything. this
Elon
week.
Musk buys Twitter. Everybody stay safe out there. Sorry for those Twitter execs that lost their jobs.
I ain't sorry about it. He owns it. It's his company. He
Kanye?
can do what he wants.
Stop doing that bullshit. We love you, Kanye. We really do. I give you the benefit of the doubt no matter what
Came
you
out and
say.
apologized.
I love you, Kanye.
He apologized. Doesn't make it right.
Just
doesn't make it right.
stop fucking tripping and stop saying dumb fucking shit and being an asshole.
Yeah.
Then you won't get dropped by everybody and lose your net worth. Shout out Diddy for officially becoming a billionaire. Shout out Diddy.
Hey.
Diddy retweeted me before multiple times. Love Diddy. Love
Shout
Ciroc.
out.
Love Ciroc.
Yeah, you
Shout
do.
out Ciroc.
You do love
It's my
Ciroc.
favorite bottle.
That
And
shit.
what did Jay-Z say? I'll be damned if I drink Belvedere while Puff still got Ciroc.
I mean, there's just I feel it. You know.
So
Nice.
before I
Shout
close
out
this
Ciroc.
out, I'll wear this.
That's uncomfortable.
It is, but I can wear it for about a minute or two. So on that note, happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy your spooky weekend. Have a great Halloween. Stay safe out there. You Tatianas trying to dress up as whatever the fuck, and all you dudettes trying to dress up as whoever the fuck. You guys all have a
Put some
blessed
clothes on.
Yes. You guys all have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Stay safe. We will see y'all tomorrow for Sleepless Radio episode 117. This is my co-host, Super Fried Snooker off the top of the cage. And it is your host, El Tuger Tente, the ultimate motherfucking sensei, the one who, of course, taught Bruce Lee everything he motherfucking knows. Follow God, ladies and gentlemen, and purge
Peace.
away. Everybody have a blessed and wonderful weekend.
Y'all.